Walking is movement. It's not necessarily exercise. Do you want to enjoy your life? What is the quality of your life? You're working hard to make financial gains, but then if you don't have your health, you're not really enjoying those.
So you had mentioned also that you balance mind and spirit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how do you guide folks through and enhance health and happiness through their minds and their spirit? How do you bring it all in together?
So it really comes down to your mental habits, what you say to yourself, and your self-talk, and then also really being appreciative of yourself. So when we are working together, I will have my clients journal with gratitude and to really remind themselves of why they are I keep saying exercise, but it really is. It's so much more than exercise. But the more that you,
Why they do.
it's your nutrition, it's your sleep,
yeah.
it's your stress management, it's all of the things. And so, but it really does come down to, when I talk about mind, it really is like, why are you doing this outside of the physicality of it? I want to be a patient, present person. I want to be patient and present. Those are two of the driving factors of my health. So I really, we talk about energy. What is your energy that you're bringing to the circumstance? What is the meaning that you're giving to that story? What are the things that you need to overcome to really embrace your optimal health? What are the stories that you've told yourself that are holding you back?
Yeah, and it's Jamie Kern-Lima. She said,
Yes.
It's like change your relationship for her in this circumstances with rejection.
Yeah.
But you apply these 4 R's, I think it applies to everything. Okay? So she said first reveal, which is exactly what you said, is reveal the immediate feeling that you get when blank happens. What is the immediate feeling? And then this, redefine it.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the fact, and then tell yourself a different story so that you can have a different belief, so that you can have a different outcome. So it's reveal, redefine, revisit, and reframe.
I love it.
So tell them different story. And then when it happens again and you get that feeling, revisit it and reframe it like catch yourself in that moment. Oh, and I love this last part, revel. Like revel in it. The force, it's like feel it before you get off. And there's a story, and I don't know why I use sports analogies, but who's that big golfer guy? Tiger Woods. And Tiger, in an interview, had said he's never left the tee on a bad shot. And they're like, what are you talking about? Because you've had some. He said, no, every time before I step off, I replay it in my head, a perfect shot before he leaves the tee. And I was like, the master of reframing right there.
Yeah.
And then he's happy. He left T-Bob happy. It doesn't matter what happened. Right. I love that. So you mentioned you're working on publishing a book coming up this summer. So exciting. And you're hosting a wellness retreat in May.
Yes.
So can you share more about these projects and how they reflect your commitment to promoting holistic wellness?
Yes. So I'll start with the book. The book it's called Drama-Free Health. And it is a guide to creating that drama-free, healthy lifestyle, taking the questions out of it. Stop stressing so much about like what you need to eat first. Start focusing on what you're eating to begin with. Stop worrying about what type of exercise you're doing. Move your body. And it's about creating a lifestyle that is aligned with your authentic goals. We so often set goals based on what society is telling us to do.
Oh, yes. That's just
Be
miserable.
be a
That just
size,
makes you
be a
miserable.
size, look that way. Do
Right.
this. Oh, CrossFit's the best thing to do. Oh no, Pilates is the best thing to do. Oh no, spinning. Like, it doesn't matter. What's your goal? What is important to you? Is it your energy? Is it your your relationships? Is it your blood pressure? Like, what is it? So this is we go through all these different steps in kind of identifying who you want to be, discovering who you want to be, and then identifying the things that you need to remove from your life and the
Mm.
things that you need to implement to become that person. And then really we talk about how to embody that person for lasting results.
Yes.
My mission is to help as many women as possible get off the yo-yo of diet and exercise, of
Oh,
of
and I love
start and
also,
stop.
oh, that start and stop. I also love how you talk about removing,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because a lot of times I'm guilty. You just want to add, add, add. And the fact that you just brought up removing so that you have space
Yeah.
to replace it with something that's going to help you reach your objective. I
Yep.
love that you brought that, you incorporate that. That's amazing.
And I like on that point, it is also the reframing of, oh, I can't do that. Well, you can do that, but it's moving from a chore to a choice. So it's like, instead of making the things that you are not supporting you, that are not moving you towards your goals, it's not a negative thing. That's a positive thing. That's a choice towards your best self. That's not, oh, now I can't sleep in because I have to go work out. I mean, or whatever. Oh, now I can't watch my next show on Netflix because I told myself I'd read. You can do any of those things. Nobody's making you make those choices, those
Right.
changes. It's a choice.
Right.
Celebrate in that. Enjoy that. You're stepping
Revel in
towards,
it.
revel in it. You're stepping into your best self. Like, that is not
Yeah.
it's not a punishment.
It's a
It's a
celebration.
celebration. It's a empowerment. Like, that's why my company is Empowered Health, is because it's
Ah.
empowering. You are taking ownership of your life.
Oh, I love that.
Imagine. So the Empowered Wellness Retreat is in May in Arizona, and it is at Savannah Resort, which is a beautiful resort that has unlimited like meditation and mindset classes, mindfulness classes, a full spa. So it's going to be a weekend. It's 3 days, May 9th through 12th, of just a small group of 8 women where we come together to really discover like who we want to become, how we can embody that healthy person. And we're going to work on self-love and what that looks like in regards to making your health a priority, because I really do believe that to truly love yourself, when you truly love yourself, you prioritize your well-being. And then we're going to do some workshopping around like how to create plans that are going to make sense for you, that you can actually integrate, that don't feel overwhelming, that feel they are tailored to you, but they feel attainable and
Mm.
manageable. So it's going to be really, really great. So
So you leave the 3 days being able to sustain
yes,
and become
yes.
that 6 months. So how do we find out more information on that? Do we go to your website? How do we
It's
do
at
that?
it's on my website. Yes, at the Empowered Wellness Retreat, and it is an all inclusive package. So when you buy that, you're set to go.
Is it empoweredhealthstudios.com?
Yes,
Perfect.
yes,
Empoweredhealthstudios.com. Get all the information on the retreat. I love a good, small, intimate retreat where you get to spend with the time with like-minded people that are on the same place
yes,
in your journey. And I bet after that, you're going to have like that community that keeps
yeah.
each other accountable and supporting one another. I love that you're doing that, Jamie.
Yeah, the theme is just to disconnect, to reconnect with yourself, because we all get so carried away in the day-to-day responsibilities and challenges, and don't take enough time to really be kind to ourselves, to take care of ourselves. You know, I even in my own practice, it's like, okay, I'm taking care of myself. But then when I step back, it's like, but I'm always doing things for somebody else. And I think that a lot of us are in that same place. And the retreat lines up with Mother's Day. So it is the perfect Mother's Day gift. And you get to go home and enjoy your family from a refreshed and renewed sense of spirit.
As a mom, I feel like you speak from so much experience when you said that just now.
Like,
I love it.
oh my goodness.
Love it.
So
you're also starting a podcast as well.
Yes.
And so that's super exciting. So what themes and topics can listeners expect? How do you plan to integrate your expertise in health, wellness, and mindset into the episodes?
So they are going to incorporate all the things. It's going to be all the things from family life, how to, help your kids eat better, or should you stress out about what your kids are eating, to how to, manage your stress and your sleep. It's going to be all about kind of the how-tos, but also the what not to do, what not to worry about. What do you not need to, stress about? Because we like to stress about things that are not important. So
Well,
it's
it's
just
the easy way out, Jamie. Can we just have it? And can we just work on stress about things that don't matter, versus things that really make a difference? I'm just kidding.
Yes.
I love that you hold us accountable to that.
Yes,
I absolutely love that, and you're not going to let us off the hook by just going off on some rabbit hole.
It's gonna be. I'll just say this thing. So I always got in trouble for being outspoken, and so much of my adult life, I have, or I would say much of my professional life, I would tend to hold my tongue, not say it as it is. I don't think I'm going to be doing that anymore, because, and not in a mean way, but just in a no BS
In a
kind of
love
way.
way.
In a loving way.
Ed Milet you were there. Ed Milet said that how did he say it? You help me out. He said something like the greatest form of love is accountability.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Accountability is the greatest form of love, because you have to get past your fear of somebody possibly getting mad at you, or judging you, or right, which is not everybody, most of our fears,
Right.
somebody's not going to like me because I said something, I hurt their feelings, now they're not going to like me. But to get over that, and to hold somebody accountable. And I love that you are committed, because you have that history, just like so many of us have, who care big, and society has told us not to.
Right. It's tiptoe, be kind,
tiptoe.
don't hurt people's feelings. And of course, I'm never going to intentionally hurt somebody's feelings, but it's also about caring. And if I just sugarcoat it, it's like, that's not really doing people a service.
No,
It's
it's
not doing people a service to tell them that everything they're doing is great when you know for a fact that it's harming them.
Yes.
So,
well, it takes power to empower somebody. They have to exert some energy.
Yeah.
So
Nothing happens without work. Yeah.
Without work. It's amazing. It's like basic physics 101. I feel like we should go back into physics. So
yes.
What is one actionable step that when somebody's listening to this right now, they're like, okay, what is one actionable step that anybody can take today towards a more balanced and fulfilling lifestyle?
I'm going to say do an evaluation of where you are and where you want to be in 6 months.
6
And
months, an evaluation of where you, so what are some metrics would I evaluate?
so evaluate where you are currently. Be honest. So it's going to be a journaling exercise. Where you are currently, right now, honest. How do you feel in your body? How's your energy? How's your sleep? How's your exercise? How's your accountability to yourself? And then, what do I want myself to be in 6 months? Who is that person?
Okay.
Does she have more energy? Does she have, and then you're going to compare them side by side, and you're going to pick the one thing that stands out of what is who you are currently and where you want to go.
And circle that
and circle that. It's going to be more committing to exercise or making more home cooked meals, making better food choices, prioritizing your sleep. We say a lot of things. We say, I want more energy. I want to have better health. I want to have a better body, but we don't actually take action towards them. It's like you think that it's going to happen magically by saying it.
So I see how you are very much and like Empowered Health Studios. Like you are the coach that will get us and push us to achieve the thing that we might want to slack on.
Yes.
So maybe we do that journal, but we're gonna kind of become a victim, and you're not going to allow that.
No, you need to know where you are, and you need to know who you want to become. And then you need to take action on becoming that person, because it doesn't just happen. You're becoming the person that you are in 6 months, whether you are choosing to do that or not, consciously choosing to do that.
Oh, so in 6 months, you're going to be somebody. Is it going to be that person that you wrote down? Or it's going to be that? Is it going to be the column on the right or the column on the left?
Exactly. Is it going to be an exaggerated person of who you are now? Or is it going to be moving towards that person that you want to be?
I love that. I love it. And I love your passion around that. Okay, I have to know this. You mentioned you had a baby at a baseball game. So that is quite the unique experience. So
yes.
Tell me, how is that, like having a baby at a baseball game, like how does that like influence your perspective on life, balance, embracing the unexpected? Like how, like that's crazy. I want to know all about it. Tell me more.
Oh my gosh. So yes, my younger son Levi, he was born at a Padres game at Petco Park here in San Diego.
Oh.
And he just came. He came
like in the stands, like okay.
Not in the stands. We were we were trying to leave, but he ended up being born in front of the store, in front of their
where they sell
the team store. Yeah.
The team store.
The team store. Yeah. He was born right there.
Had a mind of his own. Oh my goodness.
And he still has a mind of his own. Yeah. That was the craziest thing ever. Cause it was
so now I'm curious, like who's more determined? Was it like you were thinking, you're like, oh, I think I might be having a baby, but I'm going to stick out the game? Or
this was only the third inning. This was only the third inning. He was born in the third inning.
In the third inning.
We hadn't even gotten to our seats. I mean, I was having like here and there for a while before, but I was in labor for probably 20 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Like we were trying to leave. Yes.
Oh.
And so
what a great story. What an amazing story.
It was insane. There's actually there's an episode on TLC of my crazy birth stories. If you ever want to check it out, season 1, episode 3.
Now I'm curious. I'm going to have to check that out. Season 1, episode 3, Jamie Duggan giving birth at a baseball game.
Yes. Well, it was Styles then, but yeah, it's baby born at baseball game. And it is, I have short, dark hair in the interview, so I don't look exactly the same, but yeah, it was crazy. So he is
fun.
something like that.
That is fun. That makes for a great, hey, that's a great story.
Yes.
So you mentioned you love to learn. You love
Yes.
books, you love podcasts, you love networking. So can you recommend a few, like maybe a must read book or must listen to podcast? Like you're like
Mm-hmm.
right now in your life, right now, you're like, this is the book and this is the podcast. And this is what's really influencing you, your approach to health and wellness right now.
Yes. Outlive by Peter Attia is phenomenal. Phenomenal. It's thick, but it is so good. He's amazing. He's one of the leading specialists in longevity, and he breaks it all down. It's very in line with my book that's coming out. It is basically just wiping away all the, there's so much information, and it can be so hard to know what is worth it and what is not. And
Mm-hmm.
from my opinion, and he has done his research, and he is a doctor and scientist and amazing. So Outlive is phenomenal.
So you're going to take your book and make it to where somebody maybe who's not doesn't need the doctor's perspective
It
can wrap
honestly,
their brain around it
it
in your
was
book. You got it?
it was really cool because I was done writing my book and I was reading his, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is like what I put in my book. This is like, it was crazy. I'm like, this is awesome. But yeah, it's going to be, my book will be a much more digestible book, but his was phenomenal. And then as far as like podcasts go, I personally really just love the personal development ones. I love Mel Robbins. I love
Yeah.
her. Um,
High
and
five.
she's great.
She's great.
So, and you and I and
And so are we, right?
yes.
I have been like really on a Brendan Burchard kick.
Uh,
My husband has been on an Ed Milet kick. And I think the common denominators between the three of them is that they give us actionable frameworks that we
mm-hmm,
can execute.
mm-hmm.
And I love that those, like you love Mel Robbins, and I know you also love Ed. I know you also love Brendan. So I'm confident that in your coaching, you're going to take that same actionable frameworks and apply it to health, wellness, spiritual, physical, mental.
Yes.
So I
Yes.
absolutely love that.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bettina.